In my kind of first test with this recording system, I've got my screen recorder up, I've got my mic plugged in, everything seems to work. I think the Skype call is going to work. I'm pretty excited. So I just want to do a quick test, see how everything works. I'm on Showdown right now, and I have a couple of teams that Sato was kind enough to find for us and put together so that we can rate them. We're going to be doing this all again tomorrow, but I'm just going to take a quick second to grab them. I'm going to load them into my Showdown so we can take a look at them and maybe go over them really quickly, just so I can check my levels, make sure the screen capture is working correctly, make sure everything is coming together nicely the way I want it to, and I'm excited. I think this is going to be working pretty well. So I am just going to pull up my email here real quick. And in my email, now everyone knows my email address. That's fine. I have an email from our friend. If you guys spend any amount of time in the RMT chat, you probably know Sato. She's a mod. She is sort of going to be our silent partner on this project. She's not really that interested in appearing actually on the videos, but she's going to be doing a lot of side work and helping us come up with content and providing stuff for us to fill our time with and make sure that we're keeping ourselves interesting and entertaining and not just sitting here, talking about nothing. Which will probably happen a lot anyway, actually. But yeah, just shout out to her for helping us out. We have two teams here. I've got a couple of hyper offense teams, it looks like. So let me just copy these right into Showdown. Also, I'm holding my mic right now, just in my hand, still trying to decide if that is better or what we think is going to sound better for the way that the mic works. All right, so we're going to throw that in there too. And then we had one more. I asked her for 2 and she gave me 3. See, this is why I asked her to do this. All right, so that's a third one. And we're just going to put all of these. These are all OU teams, I believe. We are going to be primarily focused on OU, guys, just because most of us primarily play OU. But we are going to be, or at least I'm going to be going out of my way as much as possible to have stuff from other tiers. I know Panther rates UU. I'm going to be talking to some of the other raters at RMT about possibly contributing maybe some people who rate RU or, maybe even some of the VGC and doubles type of stuff. So we are going to be doing that types of stuff once we sort of are able to figure out how this whole thing is going to work, because this is brand new. I'm doing this for the first time right now, live into my microphone by myself in my dining room. So we have a ways to go, but that is part of our plan, is to incorporate other things. We're gonna have team building competitions and stuff between we're gonna have guests and pit them against each other, and there's gonna be some cool stuff that we're gonna be doing here for sure. So, all right, it looks like we've got 3 teams that Sato just passed me. I am just going to name them here really quick. I'm going to name them RMT Episode 1, RMT Episode 1, 2. And I should really do this beforehand. RMT Episode 1, 3. Forgot to mark that one as an OU team. Make sure I do that. And, all right. So we've got on our first team Azumarill, Skarmory. We got Charizard, Charizard X, Rotom, Latios, and Serp. On our second team, we are looking at Weevil, Manaphy, Pinsir, Landorus, Latios, and Magnezone. And on our third team, we're looking at Mega Diancie, Rotom, Landorus, Jirachi, Talonflame, and Weevil. So we're looking at 3 very offense-heavy teams, which means that there's definitely going to be some weaknesses that we're going to need to talk about and try to figure out how some of these teams are going to play around some of the stuff that's going to threaten them. Because one of the things about offense is that anytime you build an offense team, it's going to be weak to stuff. You just can't cover all your bases if you're having this kind of offense. So, sometimes offense requires a little bit more prediction, a little bit more thinking ahead, and we're going to have to try to address some of those challenges and figure out, all right, so if we're going to be using these teams, if we want to improve these teams, what can we put in there to make sure that some of those things are mitigated or, at least made to be not as bad as they would be otherwise? Because I can already tell that some of these have some pretty serious weaknesses and are really heavily dependent on a few mons to counter a huge boatload of threats, which it means that if they lose that one mon, they're going to basically just lose, just click X. So we're going to talk about that and see what we can do to help some of these teams. I don't know where these teams came from. I'm going to look at Sato's email real quick. I don't know if they came from her or if she grabbed them off of Smogon. And it doesn't say. So I'll make sure to get credits for the teams, whoever built them, and make sure that we at least give you a shout out here after we pull them from the forums. So we'll see you soon. Really looking forward to it. We are recording tomorrow morning. Really excited. I think I've said that a couple times, but I'm really excited. Let's do it. I guess that's about it. Peace out.